In this episode, you fucking jabronis, it takes a lifetime of consistency and just 1 second to quit. So what's it gonna be? Pussy!
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Test equals. Welcome everyone to episode 643 of the Daily Mother. Whoa, the most muscular Swolecast, Beardcast, Broadcast, Gaincast, Mancast, and Slutcast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, Beaches? Live on Instagram, live on Facebook, and watching on YouTube, and also those audio whores on SoundCloud and iTunes and Google Play. Google Play should be online and ready to go, so everywhere. So what's up, sluts? What's going on? What's the good word? Welcome to the Gain Train. Welcome to episode 643 of the Daily Sleazecast. Papa Swolio, the beard is, it just is. And I got the camera reversed on Facebook so you can see what's behind me. It takes 1 second. Let me dodge it. Quitting takes 1 second. So this episode is all about consistency. It's about discipline, and it's about staying on course, because one of the interesting concepts to what we do here as a community and what I offer as a professional with Swolenormous X is the consistency, is the discipline. So I want to start by saying that my shit is awesome. I want to say that those of you that are a part of the private community are fucking kicking ass. So I want to say thank you. I also want to say thank you to everyone that's part of the larger Swolenormous family. So everyone that's watching now, everyone that comments, everyone that shares posts, that likes posts, that does everything on Instagram, Snapchat, everywhere. Thank you. Love you all. So that's that. Let's get that out of the way. So thank you for everyone that's supporting in every single way that you are supporting. Now, let's get down to the nitty gritty. Those of you that are curious where to start, those of you that are starting, those of you that are getting started, those of you that are training, those of you that are tweaking, that are hitting plateaus, it doesn't matter what you're doing. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Now, what's the most important thing to realize is that you can have the perfect program. You could have the perfect nutrition. Let's say there was the perfect program. Let's say there was the perfect things to eat. The perfect things to eat. You have something that's absolutely, if you eat this, you'll get all the results. It's guaranteed. This right here, this on your plate, this is the most important thing you could possibly eat. Let's say this coconut oil is the most important thing you could possibly eat in your entire life. This is it. If you eat this, you will get results. But if you don't do it consistently, if you don't do it daily, if you don't do it regularly, if you don't do it over and 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 over again, you ain't gonna get shit. So what's most important? What's most important? It takes 1 second to quit. I have that on the board behind me. That's the theme of today's episode. It takes one moment. Now, I can't pull it up live, but I would love to show you, and I think I'm actually gonna show those of you that are in Swolenormous X, I'm gonna post it in the private Facebook group. There's a graph that I have with my podcast, right? The growth of the podcast. And it's very interesting because pretty much any kind of graph and any kind of stock market graph, you're going to see pretty much all the points where you can quit. You're going to see all the dips, all the points where it goes down, all the times when it flatlines, all the times when it plummets. You're going to have all these dips and all these chances for you to absolutely just fucking stop. So the growth of my podcast goes up dramatically. And then after 1 month, it goes back down like half and then kind of flatlines, just stays about the same for about 12 months. Now, every single month where you see it kind of drop, like, this is like total listens or something like that. So you just see it kind of like goes stable. So it's going up and then kind of drop down, and then it's kind of stayed stable, kind of up, down, up, down. But all those kind of up, downs, those plateaus could have been me thinking, could have been. I don't look at those kind of numbers like nitpicky like that all the time, but I could look at that and say, well, it's not growing. It's not working. People aren't listening to it anymore. It's not something that people want to hear, blah, blah, blah. It's just flat. It's just flat. It's just flat. So every single month where it was flat is a chance to quit. There's a chance for me to stop doing the audio. I'll just do the live. I'll just do the video or whatever. And then all of a sudden, let's say December. So this past December was, of all those flat lines, December was the lowest. It was a little bit lower than all those 12 months before. So let's say I looked at December and I'm like, shit, it's not working. I shouldn't do this podcast anymore. I shouldn't do the audio. People don't like to listen. People don't like to listen, anymore. And then all of a sudden, January, it goes from that low point, the lowest point in 12 or 13 months, to double my highest month ever. So all of a sudden, it just goes from here to boom, to here. And like triples or quadruples or something like that. So sometimes, if you think about quitting every time you hit a low point, what really is a low point? What truly is a low point? A, quote, low point is only a low point relative to a high point. So you really don't have any low points unless you have high points. So every time you think about quitting, every time you think about giving up, every time you think it's not working, every time you think that, okay, this is the end of the road, there's nothing else for me, I'm not getting any more results, I should just stop because it's not working. What if that next month is your month? What if all of a sudden that weight loss kind of kicks in? You just find your flow, you find your rhythm, you get into a good mental space, and all of a sudden things just start opening up for you. Sometimes when you release that stress and you kind of release your grip a little bit and you stop being so fucking intense about shit, you find that flow and you find that rhythm that makes it easy for you, and then you just start seeing progress. Maybe it was just stress. Maybe it was just kind of mental stress that was manifesting itself with elevated cortisol levels, and it just wasn't, you just weren't in that flow state. Okay? So that low point is only low relative to the high point. So the first rule is to never give up. If you give up, you don't get results. We've said that before. I think that's pretty obvious. I think it's obvious. I think it's obvious when you say it, and you can float some hearts and some comments. Oh, float some biceps. Remember, we started doing that. Those of you that are on Instagram and Facebook Live, I love the thumbs and the shares. That counts. That counts. Instagram and Facebook pays attention to the thumbs, so make sure you float some hearts. But then all of a sudden, float some biceps in the comments. I think that's also important. Because, the thumb is really kind of cheesy. It's like, nice job, bro. That's pretty cool. Thumbs up. Thumbs up. It's not the 90s. Let's get off the thumbs up. Let's float some fucking biceps brachii. Yeah, there you go. Let's float some peaks. Look at those. It's arm day. Love it. Be human fit. Dale Young. Thank you. Eric Dean, Zach Anderson, Tommy Mays. What up? What's going on, fam? So post some comments and post some questions below. What you do. Like, what do you do? Those of you that are consistent, those of you that are getting results, those of you that are part of this community, those of you who've been watching the Daily Swole and listening for a year or more, like those of you that have really been involved with the community, what do you do? What do you do when you are, when you feel like you're going to quit? Or what do you do when you feel like you want to quit? I get so many of those questions. I fall off, or I'm not consistent. I just lose motivation. What should I do? I say, well, fuck motivation. You can't pay attention to motivation. You can't play that head game because you're not going to feel like it more often than not. You're not always going to feel like executing. You're not always going to feel like being here and doing a podcast. You're not always going to feel like editing video all fucking day and uploading podcast and doing Instagram stories and you're not going to feel like it every fucking day. And I use myself as an example because I don't even associate feeling like doing it anymore. I just do it. It's just part of my routine. It's part of my day. It's part of what I do. So I don't even equate. It's hard for me to think, oh, what if I don't feel like it? It's hard for me to quantify it as feelings because I never think about whether I feel like doing it or not. I just do it. Okay? I just do it. So I make posts on Instagram and I edit videos and I do this and I upload here and I hashtag that. And I don't really associate if I'm tired, I'm tired. If I'm happy, I'm happy. If I'm kind of sluggish and a little bit low mood, then I'm sluggish and I'm low mood. If my legs hurt, my legs hurt. My back hurts, my back hurts. If I'm if I'm hungry, it doesn't matter. I'm just doing it anyway. And that's what discipline and that's what consistency is. It's doing it anyway. It's that action. It's that action. Because you could have the best food, you could have the most money, you could have the longest, most lustrous, most beautiful beard in the world. And it doesn't matter if you don't do it every day. So wanting to do it doesn't mean dick. Having the food or knowing what to eat. I know what to eat. Those fucking messages I get. Well, I know what to do. I just have trouble being consistent. I love those questions because I say, well, what should you be doing? What should you be eating? Tell me what you think you know. And then I get these responses. I'm like, ho, you think you know? You ain't got no idea. This is VH1. Dun, dun, dun. You thought you knew diet. You had no idea. The true story behind your fat ass. Ooh, I like that. I like that. Hello, parody. I like that. Let's take some comments. It's a very simple episode. This is very discussion based. It's very kind of like open source rage based. But don't assume you know everything, and don't assume it's just a consistency. But I love when people are conscious of it. I love when people are conscious of it. I know what to do. I'm just not consistent with it. Okay, so be consistent with it. What do you think it's going to take? Something that I'm going to tell you? Well, you should do this. Well, you should do that. You should shut the fuck up. Stop being a little bitch and do it. That's what I say. That's really what goes through my head. It's not what you want to hear, is it? It's not what you want to hear. You're not used to getting that feedback, right? From a professional, are you, right? Because no one fucking tells you the truth. Everyone wants, right? If you talk to a trainer and they're going to say, oh, put their arm around you, things like that, because they want you to like them. They want you to buy training from them, or someone wants you to buy their supplement. I have products and services. I have Swolenormous X. I don't fucking give a shit if you sign up. I do, but I don't. That's why it works. That's why all this works, because I don't give a shit. If you don't want to join, then you're not a right fit. You don't deserve to be a part of the family. That's fine. Then don't join. It's cool. Like, we don't need you. We want you if you want to be a part of it, but we don't want you. We don't need you in there. We don't need a single other person to sign up. We know it's fucking good. We're getting it done. We're doing work. We're doing work. If you don't want to do work, then don't do work. That's fine. So it's doing it or it's not doing it. There's no magic. There's nothing I'm going to say. Well, should I be getting up early in the morning? Is that going to make me more consistent? I don't know. Fucking try it. How do I know? Get up earlier and do it. Then do it before work. Then do it in the evening. It doesn't matter. Like, when's the best time to work out? When you fucking can. When's the best time for you? First thing in the morning, then fucking do it first thing in the morning. If you quit and you bitch out and you go home and you don't feel like it and you stop in the evening, if you do in the evening more often, then don't do in the evening. It's obviously not working for you. Do it in the morning. Or vice versa. If you oversleep a lot, then do it in the evening. Just fucking do it. When's the best time to do yoga? When you do yoga, just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. Well, I don't really have much time. Make the time. Make the time. If you have children, you make the time to feed them, right? You don't starve them. You feed them. You might feed them at a different time every day. Maybe you're just busy and your schedule's random, but you still feed them. So fucking work out like that. It's not that complicated. You do the workout or you don't do the workout. You eat the food or you don't eat the food. So it doesn't matter. And I'm going to end with this before we start taking some questions. It doesn't matter if you have 5 kids or you have no kids. It doesn't matter if you're tall, short, fat, skinny. Either you're exercising, you're doing what you have to do, or you're not exercising and not doing what you have to do. So you can tell me that you don't have time. I get it. Some people have less time available and less, quote, free time. Some people have more. Some people have 3 jobs. Some people have 2 jobs. Some people have to take care of their parents. Some people are being taken care of by their parents. Some people are living with people that eat differently and blah, blah, blah. So you can keep on saying, I get all those situations. Like I do. I do. I have my own personal situation. You have your own personal situation. I get that there are different situations. Every single one of you watching and listening has their own unique situation. What is the constant? You have to exercise and eat the right foods. If you don't know what right foods to eat, you have to figure out what foods are best to eat, an elimination diet, all those things, and figure it out. Like it's either do it or don't do it. You can say all the reasons. It doesn't make it any easier. It doesn't get it done. Talking about how busy you are. Okay, great. Now that you got that off your chest, are you going to shut up and do it now? Or are you going to keep on talking and try to blame it on your schedule and your kids and things you chose, by the way? No one, like, you didn't just like all of a sudden, oh, shoot, I woke up and I had 5 kids and 2 jobs. It's like, these are the choices you made. Now fucking do it. Or accept the fact and just don't do it. So if you want to do it, you do it. If you don't, you don't. It's that simple. There's no secret to discipline. There's no secret to consistency. There's certain ways to go about it. There's certain strategies, I guess, to, like I talked about, getting your vision, cementing that and focusing on that. But still, you still have to fucking do it. You still have to do it. You still have to do it. So it's amazing how simple it is to just fucking do it. You do the work. You do the activity. You do the food. You make the food. You set the time to work out. You schedule it. You have to get up. You work really early in the morning, then get up earlier and work out. Well, I don't want to. Then I'm going to have to go to sleep. But then do that. Well, if I go to sleep at this time, then I have to prepare this. Then do that. Well, if you don't want it, then shut the fuck up and don't do it. So that's what it comes down to. It's doing it or not doing it. And that's it. That's it. I've been consistent with my workouts through 18-hour days. I used to work 18-hour fucking days. I used to work 7 o'clock in the morning to 11:30 at night. I did triple shifts. I worked 7 o'clock in the morning to 11:30 at night. And my commute was half an hour. And I still worked out. I still made my food. Yeah, long hours. So you do it. Brad Robinson on Instagram, you can, quote, restart your day multiple times if need be. What does that mean? Maybe you're answering someone else's questions. Joe Primal, don't do what everyone else does. Find what works for you and expand on that. Yeah, bottom line, but doing it works for everyone. Like working works for everyone. Taking action works for everyone. So it's important to just fucking do it. Blake on Instagram, if I can't keep a promise, do it whether I feel like it or not. That affects other areas of life. It's the integrity you keep with yourself. If you tell yourself you're going to do something, if you promise yourself, like if you say, okay, I'm going to work out, and you break that promise, you're losing integrity with yourself, and then your words for yourself, to yourself, mean nothing. So then you're more likely to fall off your shit. So you really have to, when you say things and you promise yourself you're going to do something, whether you're going to get up at a certain time, you're going to work out on a certain day, you can't break those promises. You have to just fucking do it. You have to treat what you promise yourself the same as if you promise someone else. Like if you say you're going to pick a friend up, you wouldn't just not call and not show up. But that's essentially what you're doing if you tell your body something or tell yourself something and you just don't do it. You make excuses because you're in control of that, but then it makes your words mean nothing. It's all about discipline. It really is. If you have less free time, you need more planning up front. Agreed. It's quite the common sense. Jason Phillips on Facebook. If results were instant, no one would give up. No one would have to because results would be instant. That's never the case. That's why having a physique and having muscles and having, being lean, that's why it's currency. I posted on Instagram a few weeks ago. Muscle is currency. It is. You can't buy it. You can't trade for it. You can't ask for it. You have to actually put in the work. So like your body, your physical body, is proof of your efforts. It's proof of your discipline. It's proof of your consistency. That shows that someone can stick to their shit. Mike Stuttle, do it anyway. I do it anyway. I know it. If I don't, my blood sugar gets out of control. I feel achy. It's part of my day. If I can't get to the gym, it is constantly on my mind. I never want to be fat again or unhealthy or sick always. It's the focus. It's the execution, for sure. Abigail, women, we're emotional eaters. I fall off the wagon when I've been working for 16 plus hours. This is my biggest pitfall by far. Everyone's an emotional eater, but that's also an excuse too. You have to control your emotions. The emotions are the only thing you can control. So that's not really an excuse to eat junk after a long shift. You're just exhausted, dehydrated. Let's say when you're tired, your body craves more glucose because of your exhaustion. So that's just drink more water, go to sleep, or eat the food that you're supposed to eat. That's willpower. That's self-control. So there's no different there. When you base your shit off emotion, we are all, with our decisions with fitness, with our decisions for nutrition, we base them off emotion, whether we feel like something, how we feel. If you take into account that how you feel doesn't fucking matter, it's not getting in touch with your feelings. Fuck your feelings. Fuck your feelings. You care too much about your feelings. You know why? Because no one else gives a fuck about your feelings. You're sad. Well, someone else is sad too, and they're concerned with themselves. You feel nervous in the gym. You feel self-conscious because everyone's looking at you. Everyone probably is looking at you. At the same time, no one fucking cares. Everyone sees you. You don't think people look at me when I go into a gym? I'm fucking lean. I got long hair. I have a beard. Everyone's always looking at me. I'm sure people are staring at me. Whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm there to do work. You go anyway. Everyone's always looking. That's what eyes are for. You're looking at things. No one gives a shit about you personally. Everyone's thinking about themselves. Everyone's thinking about themselves. You have to go do it. If you're too shy to go to the gym, then fucking get over it. I have anxiety. Then take a pill and go to the gym. Or stay at home and work out at home. Like, get it done. Buy equipment and do it at home then. Just stop making excuses to not work out or not get started. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know where to start. Well, if you're messaging me, I tell you where to start. Then, oh, I don't know. I don't know if I can afford it. Well, stop eating junk food and stop buying garbage you don't need and fucking sign up. Like, do what it takes. Make those sacrifices. Make those things happen. People just aren't willing to put in the work because there's no quick fix. There's no quick fix. So if you're in part of this community and you haven't signed up for Swolenormous X and you don't know what to do and you don't know where to start, if you don't start somewhere, you're going to be in the same position in a year. You'll be watching this show, episode 800, whatever. You'll be in the same fucking position. I'm sure of it. It's not a positive thing to say. It's like you'll probably be in the same fucking boat. You'll probably still be struggling, or you'll see a little bit of progress and you'll plateau. It's so common. It happens all the time. I say that with 100% confidence. You need direction. So you need to be consistent. And you need something that's going to keep you consistent. And if you've never been consistent, just going to the gym, I'm going to go to the gym more often. That's not a plan. That's not going to keep you consistent. That's not going to keep you disciplined. That's not going to give you progressive overload. That's not going to give you mobility. That's not going to give you a schedule. You're just going to fall off. You think you won't, like, this is the last time I'm going to fall off. I'm just going to go to the gym. Well, what are you going to do when you get there? What are you going to do? You're going to walk in the door. You have a gym membership. Congratulations. You pay money somewhere. We all do. You have a payment. Now what? Now what? So you have to do the right shit and do it regularly. It's hard to do the right shit. It's hard to do the right shit regularly because the right shit isn't always entertaining. The foods you should be eating aren't always the ones that taste so delicious. Oh, do you have any recipes? Yeah, eat the fucking food. Recipes so I can make it taste all nice and juicy and just fucking eat it. Cook it. Make sure it's cooked so you don't die, and eat it. Your recipes. You want to sprinkle with a garnish? You watch too many cooking shows. Just fucking cook it. Make it so it tastes good and do it every day. And do it every day. No one gets results by eating all this breadth of all these different recipes and different spices and all these things, unless you want to be in the kitchen for fucking hours and hours. Find one or two things that work for you and then just fucking do that. You have an amazing thing called Google.com. Go to Google, type in the foods that you know you can eat. You did an elimination diet? Great. Put those foods in Google. It will tell you a billion recipes on a billion sites, and you can take your pick. Those are the recipes. I feel like every time I get asked about recipes, it's like you've never used Google for recipes. You've never looked up how to cook something on Google. It takes maybe an eighth of a second, and you have a billion options that tells you every fucking way with every cooking method. If you don't have a stove, like, how do I cook this with just sticks and rope? And I'll be like, well, the stick and rope method for baking chicken. Here's what you do. You take a plastic bag, you tie it from the ceiling. Like, there'll be some fucking MacGyver way to cook the chicken. Everything you need to know. Everything you need to know is on there. Emily Thompson, love you reminding me that motivation is is BS. You have to make it consistent. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of motivation. It doesn't work. Consistency is what matters, Chris Salazar, for show. A whole lot of aha moments in the simplicity of what you're saying. It's just literally the only thing that could ever possibly matter is just taking the action. Let's see. Jason McCullough. Life hits you, but you got to keep going. This is my first daily swole in a month and a half. Ooh. Had a lot of shit going on, but it doesn't mean I have to quit. It was just a slump, time to build again. Okay. Back on. It also doesn't mean that everyone's going to be perfect all the time. You know, you're not going to get perfect. So you could either quit, give up forever, and just beat yourself up and cry about it, or you get back on and you fix it and you do it. So that's that. So good for you, Jason. Josh, been on antibiotics, so just been fighting with myself not to work out. Ooh, I hope you needed those antibiotics. That fucking destroys your gut. So you got to work on repairing that. That's going to take you a long time. Make sure you get on a sick probiotic course after you're done with your antibiotics, because antibiotics really jack your stomach and intestines up. God, I fucking hate antibiotics. They're good if, like, I don't know if it's like going to keep you from dying, but we take ibuprofen and antibiotics and shit like it's Tic Tacs in this country. They just prescribe that right away. It's like, well, this will get rid of it. Antibiotics are no joke. We take those too lightly too, taking antibiotics. That, like, it's like a nuclear bomb in your intestines. So you got to repair all the good bacteria that you're destroying. Nikki, I find it hilarious when someone complains about $40 a month gym membership but will drop $300 on magic weight loss shakes. I know, right? All the time. All the time. That's what I was saying yesterday, I think, on was Instagram stories. I said that I think if I was selling a product, like if I was selling, you know, Papa Swolio's weight loss elixir or something like that, that I would be a millionaire. I would be a fucking millionaire if I was selling a weight loss pill rather than like a membership and rather than my programs, like for fucking hard work that I'm just so honest about it. People don't even want to do it half the time because like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to pay and fucking do work. Oh damn. That doesn't sound entertaining. It's like, well, and keep pissing money down. Like, how many thousands of dollars have you spent on shit that doesn't work? Supplements and weight loss, trimming bullshit. Don't do what everyone else does. Final works for you. Oh, yeah, I read that one already. Mike Stuttle, yes, join Swolenormous X. If nothing else, do the 90-day dash. Start off at your level. Build the base of a pyramid. It's the best place to start. Retrain yourself. It's all about getting the right foundation, but the consistency, doing it. You guys need to be consistent. What's your beef with oats, dash? They're inflammatory. That's it. That's the answer to that question. What's my beef? You said beef. I stopped paying attention to that sentence when you said beef. Oats are inflammatory. Oats are, you can look that up. Most people don't react well to oats. You just adapt to them because you never really did an elimination. You went without them for a set period of time, or went without gluten or wheat germ agglutinin for a long period of time. But oats are processed more often than not. They're hard to digest, and they're inflammatory. Sweet potato and hard-boiled eggs are great to have around if you want good food to snack on when you get hungry. Yeah, and I also feel that if you're snacking and if you're getting hungry and you need a snack, you're not eating enough food. I think if a human being needs to snack and needs a snack, you're either bored, you're thirsty, or you don't eat satisfying enough food when you have full meals. I don't really think humans have to snack. I think we're just bored. I think we just have time, periods and lulls during the day where we're like, what should I do? Oh, I could put something in my mouth. That's literally, I think, the majority of it. So you're not eating enough when you're eating food, or you're bored, or you're thirsty. And most of what hunger initially is, a lot of times, is thirst. So a lot of times it's your dehydration that will make you feel hungry. Need some more of this coffee. Dude, I live on salads and sweet potatoes. Where's the beef? Travel, lift, eat, run, smile. That's a lot. You have a busy day if you're traveling, lifting, eating, running, and smiling all the time. I had a client today complaining of low back pain. I couldn't tell her maybe she should lose the 30 fucking pounds she's carrying on her stomach and it might help. I would get fired. It sucks. What kind of client did you have? Yeah, if she had back pain, I would say because you probably need to lose weight. What the fuck? What job would you get fired? That job sucks. Whatever you're doing. That's tough, man. Or woman. I don't know if you're a man or a female from your Instagram name. Let's get some more questions going. How do you feel about the Whole30? Is that 30-day diet thing? I don't really know anything about it. From like the tidbits that people have said, it sounds like it's an elimination diet just repackaged. You could tell me if I'm wrong. I don't really know much about that. Eating healthy is eating healthy, eating the right foods, eating the right foods. Any kind of diet or Whole30 or whatever the hell it is, if you're not doing a real elimination to find out your sensitivities, then all these diets are kind of hit or miss. That's the thing about the elimination diet, is that you can do ketosis, you can do high fat, you can do vegetarian, you can do all these different things. If you isolate which foods you react best to and which cause you inflammation, then you can figure out your style, whether you like fasting, whether you like small meals, whether you like big meals. All those things are details compared to this food causes you inflammation. This food causes you joint pain. This food doesn't help you, doesn't allow you to sleep well at night. So it doesn't really matter if you're doing ketosis, if you're eating a fat or a food that's going to be causing you issues. It doesn't matter if you're doing a Whole30 if one of the foods in the Whole30 is causing you allergic reaction because of, lectin intake or something. So there's, I don't know. I don't know much about it. I have never researched that specific diet. And people that ask me about, do I do diet plans or what's the diet plan? It's work. Everyone wants to be. Tomorrow's episode is going to be a great one. Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow's episode is going to be why diet plans don't work. Really. It's going to be about why diet plans don't work. And I really want to hammer that home. And I'll do that tomorrow. I'll start with a fresh episode on that. Why diet plans don't work and why this approach is really psychologically and for consistency and for really figuring out what's best for your body. This is the way you should be approaching your nutrition. The method that we use here, the method that we use in Swolenormous X, because of what we'll talk about tomorrow, why diet plans don't work and why those things usually often fail. And it's a lot of times a psychological issue. It's a fundamental psychological problem with following the leader, following a plan, following a schedule, following a piece of paper. The Daily Swole snake oil. Oh, is that for like the my supplement I'm gonna release? Heath Riley did the virtual trainer in Swolenormous X this morning. Awesome stuff, man. Keep it up. Which one did you do, Heath? I think you dropped a comment in Swolenormous X. Did you do the back one or did you do the new chest and back one? I dropped a chest and back superset in the virtual trainer yesterday. That one just launched. I'm curious as to respond. I'm not sure if you did the chest and back one, just the back one. I think I saw the word back when you dropped the message. I got an email about it. What are your thoughts on negatives? I love them. What are your thoughts on greens powders? I guess they might be okay. Depends on how they're packaged. Depends on if they're really maintaining their bioavailability or like their absorption. I don't know if those are really, you can quantify how helpful those actually are. So that's the thing with trials and stuff. Like, how do you tell if a green powder absorbs well in the body? How are you measuring that? You might measure, okay, we freeze dry it. So then when we test it after 30 days or the powder, it has the same nutrients. We can test it under a microscope. But how does that still absorb into the body? How can you tell? Right? Like, how can you tell from a scientific perspective when you take a green powder? How do you tell if it absorbs well? How do you tell if it's improving? What blood work, what tests are they doing to show that when you consume these powders, it's actually helping raise or give you X, Y, and Z? Like, they can take a powder, freeze dry it, make it a powder, and then cool, these foods have this amount of nutrients, this volume, we put it in here. Let's test it in 6 months and see if this powder has the same amount of nutrients. You look at it under a microscope. By that method, you see, okay, it has this amount of calcium, this amount of zinc, this amount of this. But how does that react? Like, how does that mean it's getting absorbed into your body? So to say that it's freeze-dried or cold-pressed or this, that, and the other, and then it's here in this container, what does that mean for you drinking it or consuming it and then it working for you and absorbing into your cells? That's what I'm concerned about. That's why I won't say concerned, but that's what I'm curious about. I don't know. Is there any way you can actually test that? That's worth it, because no one is shelling out $500 million for a study that's going to use like infrared, like radiation or this to test like fucking green drink. That kind of money isn't available for that type of testing on that specific product, I'm sure. So think about that. Selenia Falk, this guy started all for me, saved me. Aw, thanks, James. So my thoughts on greens powders. Sometimes these greens powders do more help than harm because they keep you in the healthier mindset. At the same time, I'm always hesitant to recommend any kind of powder like that because it might encourage people to eat less vegetables. Because, oh, well, I didn't get my veggies in today. Let me take a scoop of greens powders. I don't know. I don't know. I know that when I used to take a lot of supplements and I would take vitamins and this, you start paying attention less to the food you're eating and more, okay, well, I need to take this pill at this time. I can't eat for 2 hours before this pill and for this powder. And you just start working your whole schedule around what pills and powders you're taking at what time. And I know the intent is there. Like you have good intentions because you're trying to be healthy. But if you focus 100% your energy on the food and getting more vegetables in and blending them, then I think you're just better off. I think and you could do that as well. But you got to make sure you're doing all the food, all the veggies like maximally too. And then you could take your greens powders on top. Like, I don't know if it's really helping. I don't know the green vibrance and all those things. I'm not saying they're bad. I'm not saying they're harming either. That's the other thing. I'm not saying they're bad for you. But for me, something being bad for you is the same as spending money and it not working. For me, I categorize that as bad for you. It's just you're taking it and then, like if you're spending $60 on a month's supply of greens powders, but you don't have your exercise or your fucking nutrition on point, you got work to do. You're wasting money because you don't know if it's working, but you know food is food. Just a thought. Just a thought. Just a thought. Like I said, I don't have all the answers. I don't have the data on that. If anyone even does have the data on it. For something to get approved and to be on a shelf, it can be an illusion because it's approved, it's in a package, it looks nice, it has all these things on it. Wow, it has 50 or 100 different things in it. It's at Whole Foods and wow, it's all these. That doesn't make it good. That doesn't make it effective, right? The efficacy, it doesn't make having the fact that Whole Foods sells it doesn't make it work. Doesn't mean that it works. It means they sell it because people buy it. It means it fits their image and people will buy it. They'll keep selling a product. If it flies off their shelves, they'll keep stocking it. And if it sells well, they'll keep stocking it. And it sounds good, right? Green Vibrance, it looks good, or one of those green powders. Again, I don't know if it works. Maybe it works a little bit. Maybe, okay, it only works a little bit. Maybe it doesn't work at all. Maybe it depends on the person. Yeah. Abigail, there are good ones out there. How do you know? How do you know? There are good ones out there. That's what I'm saying. How do you know? I do keto and it's hard to get 7 cups of spinach and cruciferous vegetables in daily. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not hard to get 7 cups. 7 cups are not that much. Put in a blender. Blend it up. You know how easy it is to drink 7 cups of spinach and veggies? It's easy. It might not be tasty. It's easy. It'll take you 30 seconds. You blend it twice a day. Boom. You don't have to chew it. Yeah, if you're sitting there eating a massive tub of salad, yeah, you know why it's hard? You ready? You ready? All those vegetarians and we're eating too much meat. It's hard to get 7 cups of spinach and vegetables because you're chewing. You're not a fucking cow, right? We're omnivores. You're not a fucking cow. It's hard to eat all that lettuce because you're fucking mashing on fucking grass and stalks of celery. Blend it. Blend it up. Put in your fucking Vitamix or your Ninja. Blend it up. Bzzz, done. Drink it. Done. You want 7 cups? I'll drink 7 cups of kale in 15 seconds. How many of you have like followed me on Snapchat for a long time? Remember my green, just kale and water, just boom, chug fests? I'll start doing that again. I'll start getting weird again. Start doing weird again. I got some new content coming. I got some great shit. I'm just going to go off the deep end. I'm over it. I'm over it. Enough Papa Swole. This is me being professional. This is me being like calm and appropriate and living by the book. I'm going off the rails. I'm leaving it. I'm leaving just like the Tesla Roadster. I'm going to Mars. I'm going to orbit. I'm out. Papa Swolio's out. Done. Done with fucking playing by the rules. I'm a massage therapist. Oh, so as a massage therapist, you can't really be talking about, yeah, I see what you mean. Now I was going back to the, you can't tell your client that you're 30 pounds overweight. I mean, you could, but being a massage therapist, it's not your place. Yeah. Well, you want them to have back pain, right? You still got a client. If you're a massage therapist, you got business. And that's a little bit the tricky part, right? You can't be honest and tell them they have to lose weight because you get fired, but also it's good for business. If their back continuously hurts, they keep on coming to you. It's like medicine. Your back hurts. Well, here's a pill. Okay, I'll get on a prescription. You get on addictive painkillers instead of activating your glutes and doing proper planks and doing yoga and fixing your back pain. So you get on medication the rest of your life. You get hooked on tranquilizers and painkillers, and then boom, you're part of the system. And you're making the companies fucking millions of dollars. So that's the world we live in. Doctors won't tell you, you have to lose weight, but in the meantime, take, Valium. In the meantime, take this Xanax every day. Okay, doc, thanks. Oh, you have back pain? Here, don't lose weight and exercise properly. Here, take this fucking prescription painkiller every day. Here's a month's supply. Good luck with that. Oh, by the way, it's extremely highly addictive. It's highly addictive, and you can die if you mix it with alcohol, but be careful. All right. Thanks, doc. You got it. You got it, bro. You got it. If doctors were like that, like, you got it, bro. Maybe they are in California. Yeah, bro. You cool, man. Got that Xanny bar, yo. Kay Elizabeth, your bluntness and knowledge is so damn refreshing. These assholes who sell cookie cutter meal plans and supplements aren't helping anyone. That's what I think. That's what I think. I think anyone that's prescribing meal plans are out of their fucking mind because no one's the same. No one's the same. That's why I don't like to do that. I don't want to give anyone anything that's like, here's half a cup of rice. Here's 8 ounces of this. How the fuck does that make any sense? I want to help you determine which foods you should be eating, and then you don't have to count calories. No one in my community counts calories. I don't encourage anyone to count calories. You don't have to count calories. If you're eating the right shit, finish the sentence, you don't have to count shit. That's the damn truth. If you're doing the right stuff, you don't have to count it. Fill up all those rabbit holes. Fill them up, baby. Abigail May, I tell my parents to lose weight. Maybe that's why they don't love me. Oh, damn. That got dark quick. Yikes. No love. No love from the parental units. Well, fuck those guys. Fuck those guys. I tell my parents to lose weight. Maybe that's why they don't love me. My parents don't love me. They don't love me. They don't think I'm a good person. Well, say thank you. Say thank you for the DNA. Thank you for putting me on this earth. And stop being fat. Just tell them that. Who cares? People don't like to hear the truth. Oh, your patience. Oh, sorry. All right, I saw parents. I'm getting old. I can't see that well. Well, it doesn't make it any different if you tell your parents that and they don't love you. I mean, okay. Your patients, well, tell your patients that too. Fuck them even more. I was a little more sympathetic towards your parents. I don't care about your patients. Fuck them. Tell them the same thing. Maybe they don't love you. Your patients don't have to love you. They need help, and you fix them. It's cool. It's cool, yeah. That's what I do. I have my blender bottle filled now. Yeah, get that shake, laugh. Don't quit, be consistent. Just because they say it works doesn't mean it works for you. Quick recap. I like that. Everyone's giving the summary. Let me scroll down. That's my screensaver. And this is when people quit. You guys love that. I still got to put out some of those. A lot of the pictures I've been doing, I still have wallpapers. I haven't posted them. These things happen when you wear sunglasses indoors. I just didn't look that closely. I think I wanted it to say parents because I wanted to rage on that. Pop enough Xannies and you don't count calories anyways, James. Yeah, pop enough Xannies and you don't have eyesight. Well, great questions, great comments. A couple of big things happening. Let me just give you some updates before we bounce. Swolenormous X, keep an eye out for your emails. I probably actually will go posting in the private Facebook group as well for X members about the affiliate program for Swolenormous X. So that's going to be kicking off, and I really want to do that today. So I'm saying it so I can put it out there so I can fucking do it and make sure that you all get that information. So probably today, today, fuck it. We'll get that launched up. So I'll give you all links where you can sign up, those of you that are X members. So I'll probably email you and be posting that up in the private Facebook group about the affiliate program for Swolenormous X. There's a new workshop coming. I'll be posting up some more videos. I got some more entertainment shit going. Going to be doing a little more of, well, I'm not even going to say it. I'm just going to do it. But I got some good shit coming for YouTube, for Facebook. I'm going to be breaking up a lot of shit for Instagram. Got so much video, so much awesome content I want to do. So much I want to do. So much I want to do. And there's only so much time I can spend in front of this fucking computer editing, because if I'm here editing all the time, I can't make any sick fucking games. And exciting times. This is February 8th. The 90-day dash is almost 1 year old. It launched on, I believe, the 19th of last year. So the 90-day dash program, do you guys know that? It's not even a year old. It's not even a year old, and people have already lost well over 100 pounds doing the pro. How sick is that? How sick is that? Give a round of applause for Swolenormous Nation. It's not even a year old. I feel like it's been out for 10 years. The 90-day dash has not even been out for a full year yet. It's fucking great. It's fucking great. We're just getting started. And those of you that are in Swolenormous X, well, I got a surprise. I'm not going to break that just yet. Because I got some new stuff coming. So, I don't want to say too much. I want to say too much, but a lot of great stuff. A lot of great stuff coming, especially for X members. Got a lot of stuff that I'm releasing. So, yeah, float some biceps, float some hearts. Yeah, isn't that cool? Isn't that cool? So, affiliate program, new workshop, new workouts, new videos, lots of big stuff coming. So make sure you follow me on all aspects. Follow me over on Instagram. Follow me here on Facebook. Plug into the YouTube, Snapchat, Instagram stories. I'm everywhere. So make sure you're hooking in. And tomorrow we'll talk about wild meal plans and diet plans and shit. Don't fucking work unless you do it this way. And I'll explain that way tomorrow. I've got a couple birthday surprise. Woohoo. Yeah, I like that, right? James Deek, later, guys. I made my progress just watching and educating myself with his daily videos. But we've been giving thought to the Dash and X. We'll be looking into it after the gym and work today. Kick-ass. Yeah, I highly recommend it. And every fucking day. And right now, like I said, right now it's on special offer. It's just a great value. It's amazing value. It's just more every week, and these membership rates and everything, they won't last. It's just getting better and better every day, and the community is fire. So if you're looking for really to get started, in all honesty, there's no bullshit. It's all 100% guarantee. There's money back guarantee. I'm not trying to make fucking money off your back, your hard-earned money. I'm here to fucking lay the same no bullshit truths, in program form, in nutrition form, in organized HD video form where you can take that and just fucking go to the gym and get it done. Not to mention that virtual trainer that you guys were mentioning it earlier. So I'm glad you enjoyed that. If you haven't tried that and you're an X member, the new chest and back workout is fucking fire. So I really hope you enjoyed that virtual trainer. So yeah, more stuff. Let me get going so I can get that up, because Papa Swole is always got to do the editing. And if I edit quick enough, I can do day. I can do day today. Day, Papa Swolio. The sooner I go, the sooner I can get swole, yo. Peace, my geese fam. Deuce, my goose. Thanks for joining me for episode 643 of the Daily Mother Swole. My geese, my goose, Papa Swolio. Out.